One of my few remaining goals in Magic is to win Eternal Weekend, and I've got 3 more shots this year, starting with next week in Pittsburgh. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to the last challenge stream before Eternal Weekend in North America. This is my tried and true 1/4 of a Lotus winning Jeskai PO deck. I would be very surprised if I play anything other than this deck, and I would assume very close to this deck list at Eternal Weekend, though I will post my deck list if I can remember this time on my Patreon to my supporters beforehand. The only thing that's different from the last time anyone has seen this deck is that I've cut one more card in the sideboard to make room for an extra Tormod script. I had swapped the third blast out for a Hercules, and now I've swapped that Hercules for a Tormod script. I am very heavy on anti-Dredge. I think Eternal Weekend will have a 9-10% Dredge rate, and even yesterday, the most played deck in the challenge was Dredge. So for whatever reason, people are choosing to play Dredge. People, still are not looking at MTG data the right way. I think people saw Dredge do some winning, so they tried it yesterday. And yesterday, 3 Dredge players top-8'd. And everyone's like, oh, wow, 3 Dredge players top-8'd. This deck must be doing really well right now. And that wasn't the case at all. If you look down past top 32, where MTGO doesn't show the data past top 32, there were 3 more Dredge decks outside the top 32 that went a combined 2-11. And so Dredge overall was only a 44% win rate. So a 44% win rate deck put 3 decks in the top 8, which is why top 8 is a terrible metric. Dredge had a bad tournament, but had 3 decks in the top 8 because it was the most played deck. So people are still not looking at data correctly. Still people are not evaluating deck choices correctly. But as the people who look at the data and look at the metagame, it's not really about how well our decks are doing. It's about what decks are being played. So if Dredge is the most played deck in the format, then you put your Dredge hate in your deck. So I do expect less or similar amounts of Dredge at Eternal Weekend due to card availability constraints. Anything other than that? No, this is like I said, same list. I got the main deck Lantern, main deck Swords, main deck Dress Down, and Chain of Vapor are my flexible cards, basically, with a bunch of lands, 14 plus a Sync and a Lorien, and then 2 Opals. Yeah, let's see how we do. Did you know subscribing here on YouTube and following on Twitch are both free ways you can support my vintage content? Here we go, round 1 versus Vintage Regular and other streamer, Alberto. Alberto plays a lot of various blue decks. He's been trying out different variants of Lurrus control. He's always one to change the deck list and experiment, so don't want to get caught off guard too much here. He has warned us that he is double queuing, so he will be playing a little slow. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you get on that 2x speed. And here we go. This is a great hand. Turn 1 Trainer, hopefully replacing our blue card. I think it's better than playing a Saga on turn 1. And I will fetch a dual land here to see if I can bait a Wasteland for my Saga. It's probably unlikely, but if I can Trainer replacing into like a blue draw spell, like a Stock Up, and then look for maybe a Lurrus on the next turn, something like that, that's the way I'd like to approach this game. Not that there's anything we would particularly want to force if they are playing a control deck. So we don't absolutely have to force anything here. If we don't want to lose our Stock Up for some reason. 2nd, 4th Aerlingus? I think that would be overdoing it. I don't think I've ever had an interest in a 2nd, 4th. So we only had 1 hit here, which was a PO. PO is not terrible here. It's a blue card for force. It's a threaten play in the later game. And let's see what opponents got for us. Obviously, we're threatening Lurrus Lotus next turn. We're also going to be threatening Saga tokens. We also have a force backup. So we have a lot going for us. Oh, they have a Lotus start of their own. Let me look at the last Alberto list, though. Just looking for a days count. Ponder. Oh, yeah, he's got 2 Ponders. No dazes. Okay. Looks like a pretty normal Lurrus Frog list last time. Pretty counter heavy, removal heavy. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go for a Lurrus. I don't know if I will force back. I kind of feel like I probably won't force back. I don't really like waiting here. I could, but I don't really like it. Let's take a look. Re-pierce. Wonder if he'll negate my Lotus on the way back. Spell pierce my Lotus. Yeah, that's fine. It's not currently doing anything. And I don't see a good reason to attack here into possible Bowmasters. All right, so my opponent is definitely on the hook here to have a Wasteland for my Saga. No Wasteland. That's really good for us. We can definitely win a game versus Blue-Black Lurrus with just Saga tokens. One of the few matchups in Vintage where you can really win the game with Saga tokens because it's just hard for them to keep up with that kind of value. And they're such a slow deck with no like super win conditions on besides sometimes Bowmaster Twister. Shuffle off that Ponder. And maybe double Bowmaster for Lurrus. Oh, just Fatal Push for Lurrus. Yeah, I don't see myself particularly fighting over this. Frog. I like forcing this frog, though. I don't really like my PO right now. It's really just going to put my opponent super far behind. All right, so my opponent has 2 cards in hand, same amount of mana as me, but I have a Thunder Trap Trainer and I have an active Saga. I don't have a Lurrus. They have a Lurrus still. But I think this is a good spot. It was pretty recent. Ponder is an unrestriction that did not make very much headway besides being an instant 4 of in Doomsday, and then sometimes you play some of them in these control decks. But these control decks just don't really want that these days. It's a pretty nice answer, the 1 main deck Swords to Plowshares. I'm pretty happy to draw that from this spot. It's going to be good against Lurrus. It's going to be good against another Frog. Obviously, if I knew I was going to draw that, I would not have forced the Frog. But I only have 1 main deck Swords, so... Did not look like a spot where a frog resolving was good for me. I'm putting on a lot of... I should be putting on a pretty large amount of pressure from where I'm at. I should have the ability to Meticulous Archive and find a good spell for the next turn. And then we're hoping to find, you know, like Flame of Venor, stock up style cards to put the game out of reach. Saga of their own. I don't have a lot of artifacts right now, so that's actually pretty good. And Time Walk. Okay. That certainly is matching, especially if they find like a Wasteland. My artifacts will be bigger though, unless they have like a bunch more. I mean, they have three more Fatal Pushes in their deck is something to consider. But this does speed them up and get them to constructs right away. And yeah, I mean, they still have Lurrus, so pretty good set of plays for them. Can't buy Lurrus and make a construct here. But they are fetching to do maybe another Frog. Or just Treasure Cruise. Dig through time. Construct now? What does Construct now do? Just lets them F6. Bobble. I don't think I want to bobble particularly. PO. Definitely want another construct. Soul Guide Lantern looks pretty reasonable here. Eating the frog or the lotus? Probably not, though. Probably just mana. Probably like Soul Ring or Mana Crypt or something. We have one card. We have like a really nice possible PO. It's really bad into another Spell Pierce, but there's like pretty good options, all things considered. You have Soul Ring. Attack. I don't think they're gonna block. I really don't think they have anything, so I'm just gonna cast PO. Yeah, it just felt like my opponent didn't have anything. Could have gone pretty badly, but it's Magic Online. I think you just take the tells your opponent is giving you. They don't have a Bowmaster and they don't have anything here. Then I'm just going to bobble and find out their top card so we know what it is. Fatal Push is pretty good. Okay. So they have a second construct, but they are going to be behind in artifacts. And they have push and will be revolted for this. But I have a swords covering Lurrus, so... And then I can kick a trainer next turn. I wonder what they'll get with this, because they can't get Lotus. Maybe they'll get Spellbomb. Doesn't really do much. I don't know if I would make this play in paper with the PO, but like knowing my opponent is double queuing and F6'd and trying to do that, I feel like it just makes sense. And maybe that's bad practice, but it is what it is. This does get rid of an artifact. So we know my opponent's hand is one unknown, and they have a Lurrus, and they have a Spellbomb. And we're looking at Opal kick a trainer. Almost certainly kick a trainer. I doubt I'm swordsing. They're probably going to hold 2 back to block, no? I think I just saved the swords for the Lurrus. I don't think I care about taking a hit here. They're just so far behind in terms of mana and cards and everything, they just won't be able to come back, which is kind of how these things go. Makes sense that they're going to crack. Don't know what they can really draw to, though. So they have a fetch land. Wow, another artifact. All right, so I can kick a trainer and still PO after. It's pretty good. And then these things are no longer threatening me, and I have a huge attacker. Yeah, this game looks over. This is just a beautiful spot for trainer. Really shows off what it can do. Not only blocking, but kicking. Oh my god. Don't think I need to take fourth. I feel like Time Walk is actually better. Because this next spell will win. And they can't Spell Pierce my Time Walk. I think Stock Up's better than Ancestral here. Right, they didn't have Spell Pierce anyways, but... I'm gonna fetch so I can draw the 4th Aerlingas. I'm gonna shuffle into it. Hell, even a Flame of Anor is lethal here. Yeah, let's take 2 to see what you're working with, just so that we have we can know if it's a fatal push. They would have fatal pushed, I'm sure. And then any manner of stock up kills them. Flame of Anor kills them. PO kills them. 4th Aerlingas kills them. It's pretty much impossible to miss. I mean, you can hit like 5 mana sources, but we have most of our mana sources are already out of our deck. They had a force, nothing else. Let's just cast a stock up. Sink into Stupor works. Actually, that was almost a miss. This is actually a lethal sink into Stupor. Cool. This is kind of a matchup I want to play every day of the week. This is the biggest reason, in my opinion, to play Lurrus PO, is that you have a good matchup into Frog. I like to bring in all of the removal and a basic planes. And then I like to take out all of the Force of Wills. I like to take out 1 or 2 opals, usually 2. I like to take out... what are the other cards I wanted to take out here? Sometimes I trim a PO. Just take out Lantern. Yeah, something like that. Basically, you change your entire deck into Jeskai control, and you just outvalue your opponent and don't let them ever hit you with Frog. That's how I play it anyways. There are obviously other reasonable ways to play this, especially if you know your opponent isn't like heavy on null rod effects. You can definitely even change in between different board plans. You can board into control on the draw and on the play, go back into a heavy PO. I think that's another just a great example of like why I like this deck, is because it gives you the ability to play multiple different roles at a very high level. I think this deck actually plays the controlling deck role better than the Frog deck, besides the fact that you don't have wastelands, which is, to be fair, a huge deal. But like storage is going to be better, and you still have these like trainers, and it's just really nice. But yeah, being able to cut forces in this matchup is just really huge advantage, because your opponent just does not have cards that you need to force. There's not a single card that you really need to force in your opponent's deck. And the reason is because Frog, you're adding to your counterspell suite with like Pyroblast and Flusterstorms and those kind of things to beat their powerful blue delve spells, and then you're answering Frog in like 8, 9, 10 different ways. This hand is not good though. A PO and a stock up, no Moxen, tap land, Saga, 3, like just a terrible hand. I hate mulliganing against this deck, but this is about as bad as you can do. This is just so bad. You're not going to get to play the game. You're going to get wastelanded out of the game every time. This hand has significant risk to it, but Saga is a blank. If your opponent has a wasteland, it's just the end of the world, basically. You just lose the game on the spot. This hand is not like much better in my opinion. It's only definitely a little bit better. If opponent leads on like Bobble or Null Rod, this hand loses a lot of power, and that's not great. Like normally you want to play the matchup with the idea that Null Rod doesn't matter to you. And so like when you keep a hand with this much artifacts, like it can happen, right? Null Rod will matter to me in this game, which is a problem. I think you want to keep enough artifacts so that you can still do powerful things, cast early stock ups, and play some amount of POs. But you know, the more you index into it, the more exposed you are to Null Rod. When you don't have to be exposed to Null Rod, you can play like a one Moxen, slow game, don't care about Null Rod. No, no, no. I'm not saying that that's the end all be all of your mulliganing strategy. I'm saying that's a thing to consider about how the game is going to play out. I don't think I would kept the hand even with an untapped land. If the untapped land was a fetch land, then I think it gets a little bit better because you have the ability to fetch a basic. So you're more likely to like get to your stock ups and stuff. There's no, I mean, there's no like end. Oh, now they have Gataxian Pro, so they know exactly what we've got. It's very unfortunate. All right, well, here it is. Like the strength of your deck that you can do a broken artifact start is also the weakness of your deck because you can get exposed for doing a broken artifact start. But like it makes your opponent have a really hard time because they have to index for both a long control game and a heavy artifact start. I'm gonna expose this Ruby to a Daze if they want. And then I'm gonna play around Daze and Spell Pierce for this Sapphire. It's unlikely I cast Time Walk on this turn into an active Spell Pierce. I think the most likely thing for me to happen here is this Sapphire resolves and I cast Vexing Bauble off of Ruby. And then if this resolves, I will still I will cast. Will I cast Mana Vault into Spell Pierce? I don't know. I think so. I think I'll cast Mana Vault into Spell Pierce. I don't feel particularly sad about this trade, and it's going to make it a little bit easier for me to play the game moving forward. And it doesn't overexpose me to Null Rod. I'm going to just crack the bauble. Just crack the bauble. I think I like how this turned out. I'm gonna go. Go Volcanic Island, Time Walk, and then probably play Fetch Land. Now they can daze me, but whatever. I think the extra card off Bobble there is much better. And my opponent traded cards for these, which means we're less punished by this Null Rod for our hand that was like super weak to Null Rod. So definitely not upset about this turn of events. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play second Volk and buy Lurrus. I doubt they'll wasteland me, but they can wasteland me if they want. Our deck has built-in extra lands for this kind of game plan. We need to be able to play lands out against like a Null Rod Wasteland deck. They will Wasteland me. Do they have a Frog as well? No Frog. Archive. I think I'm willing to wait on this Lurrus. Bowmaster's pretty good for them here. Yep. I agree. Stock Up's a little worse because it's so vulnerable. I think Swords is acceptable, though. The best thing is, like, Trainer into Swords, which is why you're playing these trainers, right? I think my opponent has a Bowmaster here, sadly, which is not great for me, but it's not the end of the world. Doesn't really change a lot. Then we're covered on Twister. Yeah, the trainer's basically nuts. Okay, Sewers, 3 cards in hand. Kept it on top. Played a Soul Guide Lantern. Interesting they kept Soul Guide Lantern in when they boarded Null Rod. This does get to hit Vexing Bauble, which is pretty good, though. Oh, they hit Time Walk, so I can't snap it. Interesting. All right, I'm not particularly worried about anything here. I don't think I'm replaying Bauble, though. I think I'm just holding open Fluster Swords. They're going to make the attack just with the army token. Fluster / Swords, yes. That's fine. Holding everything up. Draw. Interesting. Just gonna play a Vexing Bauble and pass. We have time here to play this slower. We have the cards to play this slower. Should be an interesting rest of this game because we're not really ahead. Second Bowmaster was here, so we played around that pretty well. But this clock is going to start ticking up. Well, I mean, that's why we put the lands in the deck. It will be hard for me to activate this PO. Really don't like swordsing anything from this spot. Doesn't look particularly good. But we might have to swords the... Oh, they're going all in. Does it mean they have a third Bowmaster? Am I really allowed to play around third Bowmaster? If they do it, I mean, they'll do it post-combat, right? I think I have to block. There are a couple sequences here that work out for us, depending on when they choose to Bowmaster. So if they Bowmaster pre-damage, I can Swords this Bowmaster. Which means I don't lose my Lurrus. Which I think I'm going to do. Pre-damage. Swords was pre-damage was interesting there. Now I have an attack to gain 3 life back. Another fetch. So we actually like, man, I just don't have enough. I don't think I can PO through this Bowmaster currently. Is it better to attack? Because I gain 1 life, I guess. We're in a bad spot. We haven't hit any like stock ups and trainers. If we had a trainer, I think we'd be instantly winning this game. Yeah, I think a trainer is the difference to us winning and losing this game. Because a trainer just stops these Bowmasters, and they can't even attack with this if I keep my Lurrus in play, because I can just replay my Bowmaster, my trainer over and over again. So we are kind of in a dangerous spot. Maybe we are forced to end up like end of turn POing for 4. We'll see. We'll see. I can always hold my guy back. These guys can't attack, and I can always like block and PO. Maybe I'm supposed to not return my Mana Vault so that I can PO with Flusterstorm backup. I'll be at 10, I'll be at 9, I'll be at like 2 or something afterwards. Seems like not very good. Albert lost connection to the game. Yeah, we really just needed a trainer. I just like don't think. I think I might just not replay Vault and pass. I think that's my plan here. Yeah, maybe I could have saved the Lurrus. I just think Lurrus in play is so much better, Green, because like the things I'm drawing to are so game winning. Like if I find a stock up or a trainer or either order of those cards, like I can't lose on the ground. Like so if I have a Lurrus in play and I draw a trainer, I immediately shore up the entire ground game, right? So like I'm trying to draw to my 4-ofs that secure the game. So like instead of just trying to hit just for the PO, but the PO is in my hand. The PO is in my hand. But I just feel like I'm giving myself way, way more top deck outs if I leave my Lurrus in play. I mean, we could block and PO for 1. I think it's worse than blocking and POing for 4, but... I mean, I don't want to fetch if I don't have to fetch. There's wastelands and stuff. It's really annoying here. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to make this play. I'll go to 1. I'm in a really bad spot. Maybe I just PO. No, I wouldn't go PO in that card. That card can't pick up artifacts. So I'd probably play like some kind of engineering explosives combo. Hard cast negation. It's really good for me. I mean, this sequence worked out perfectly for me. So I got that going. I just don't know if I'm going to win off of this. Like, it worked out perfectly, and I think I might still lose. I didn't hit a portable hole for the null rod, which was kind of required here. Yeah, those were not good draws. It's certainly interesting. I have Lurrus swords. They have one card left. I don't think that fourth is the play right now. I think the play is Bauble, Lurrus, and swords. Or maybe it's like swords, Lurrus, Bauble. Yeah. Maybe Bauble's worse than playing out Mana Vault. What is Bauble protecting me from? Nothing right now. Hit my red source so I can't fourth. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I can't actually... Yeah, it's really bad. Maybe I should have fourth just on that turn just to make a bunch of tokens. Now I need to draw portable hole right now. Saga sucks. Saga sucks. So I'm dead, right? They just jump a frog and kill me. Fuck. I guess it wouldn't have changed a whole lot. But I could have fourthed for 3. And that would have given me a lot of chump blockers, and then I could have Lurrus swords on the next turn. Okay, maybe I just maybe I just maybe I just made a mistake, actually. I might have just made a mistake. I may have just been supposed to play the fourth with a known wasteland. Yeah, I think I maybe just made a mistake. I mean, it was really weak to Spell Pierce, but that's okay. They didn't have Spell Pierce because they would have Spell Pierced my play on the other turn, so... Though my opponent did rip a frog, right? That was part of the problem. They didn't buy Lurrus, though. That means I live, doesn't it? They pitched Force. They get a new card. All right, well, I'm alive. What can I draw? I can still just draw a portable hole. That might not even be enough, honestly. They ripped Twister! Okay, fair enough, I guess. Holy hell, those cards are bad. Yeah, that's fine. I think we just did not draw the cards we needed to win that game, and I think we were actually in a favorable position to win that game in most points. Like, I think if we hit a trainer or a stock up at any point in that game, we probably win. So, I'm not really worried about it. All right, on the play, game 3. Opponent said miss lethal. They saw the Lurrus line after. I think I might have been supposed to actually fourth. This hand's pretty good. This hand's like really good. Can I kick a trainer on turn 1? Probably supposed to. Like, there's no way I'm playing around Mindbreak Trap, right? Also representing Flusterstorm backup. Sick. Maybe I'll try to hit Ancestral off this. PO stock up Pearl. This is probably a PO. I have enough to make it worth it. No Ancestral. Second PO. Or swords. Do I care if they go turn 1 Bowmaster? I don't think so. So if they go Wasteland, we still have PO. If they go Null Rod, no Wasteland, we still have PO. If they were to go Lotus, Null Rod, Wasteland, we would be in trouble. No, I guess even then we'd have Tundra. Oh, no. I didn't mean it. It was a joke. It was jokes. I was joking. Please. Please. No. Oh, no. What are you saying here? Do you want to be more specific with your claim? Because you can get banned here too pretty easily. That's not true. I don't really ban a lot of people. You have to really work for it. What's going on in the mainstream right now? Is it Trans Lifeline? Is it the literal charity stream? Is that what's going on? Can someone confirm that? All right, cool. Yeah, you're not finding solace here, friend. Just respect other people. It's really easy. You just need to respect people. Oh my god. Okay. We've had a couple of those recently. Just like coming into my stream to spew nonsense. Come on, man. Be better. So am I portable holding this Bowmaster, chat? Or is that not even worth? They cast Ancestral while we were talking? That's pretty bad for me. I think we're going to lose this game. Unfortunately, my opponent had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 restricted cards. That's not good. All right, well, I think I'm going to go for the portable hole and the PO and see where that gets us. I don't have enough to PO again, which is really unfortunate. Or to like do 2 POs if one gets countered, but and then I do think... How does this work, chat? If I PO back this hole, do I take damage? I think I do. Pretty sure I do. All right, I'll do 4 then. I guess 4 is fine. They have to have drawn a force off of their ancestral, which is pretty likely, but yeah. This is still not the end of the world. I buy cat with my remaining mana, and they're at 4 cards. Like, this is fine. Yeah, I don't think taking damage is the end of the world. But I think if I'm going to portable hole it, then I might as well. Oh yeah, that's fine. But there's no wasteland. There's no wasteland, so this is fine. This is totally fine. Oh, definitely time walking first. Doesn't mean I don't have a red mana, I guess. I gotta play a little bit faster. I might PO back the portable hole this time. I might just kick a trainer. I might just not care. I think I'm just kicking a trainer. I don't have force. Yeah, it's probably fine. It's kind of bad if I get wastelanded, but they forced it. That's totally fine. I can bring it back with Lurrus next turn. They have 1 card left in hand. I should just be able to outplay them here, or draw them here. Bowmaster? Demonic. What are you demonic for in this spot? A wasteland? Fuck. That's so bad for me. That's so bad for me. I mean, I still kick a trainer. It's not that bad for me. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No, they already used Ancestral in this game. Their opening hand was Lotus Walk, Time Walk, Ancestral. This is fine, because I still have a trainer in my yard. And I still have, like, all of this going on, so... Swords, Fluster, Sink, Stock Up. It's probably Swords. I'm just going to win with creatures, because my deck is sick. They drew Cruise off the top? That's nuts. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. My opponent has drawn extremely well in this game. They're like hitting all of the best cards. I think my opponent probably has a Bowmaster here. If they Bowmaster and hit my Lurrus and I Swords the army token, I could just attack with both trainers and not care. I think I'm just attacking. They learn from last time. They're going to Bowmaster after damage. Looks like it. Yeah, they learned from last time. I think I have to Swords this now. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I feel like we just did not draw the right cards in the right order here, but maybe I was supposed to PO and get that forced instead. I don't know. Now I can't attack. Man. I feel like I got really, really punished in this game. I really don't feel like it was my fault. press down. What does that even do? I mean, I can end of turn, maybe PO. Come on, man. Help the brother out. It's not bad. These draws just sound so bad. Right after I dress down, they rip Saga. Oh. Snap swords. It's just not very good. I'm going to snap swords as Bowmaster. Oh, well, I should see what they do with this, I guess. Time walk again. Oh, Lurrus, sure. It's gonna at least open me up for like land PO. What is this? Last, they're gonna negate this rather than make a Saga token? I don't like that play. I think I'd rather just let the thing die. Take the damage. I need a land! Alright, this gets Flame of Anor. That might be good enough. Chain? I mean, maybe I just chain right now. 3 minutes. I don't feel like thinking through chain with 2 minutes on my clock. The only way this goes like super badly is if they whip our Wasteland off the top. I guess a Spell Pierce maybe. All right, we win. I just gotta play it fast enough. Destroy this, win the game. Yeah, they should concede. I mean, I conceded for them. Oh, I guess they can, yeah, they can spell bomb now for a counter. They can rip, they can go for a bunch of things. Cool. Oh, I don't have a fucking... All right, that was bad. Just trying to play fast. I think they should concede, considering I conceded to their stack, but that's okay. Just play it out. Oh, I think this game is completely over if I have 10 minutes, but I don't think they can possibly ever win this game. All right. I'm surprised they went for the clock there after I gave them all the time, considering, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. We found the right lines. We killed the right things. Did the right stuff. No. It's not a big deal, chat. I'm just surprised. I had to like make a bunch of inaccuracies at the end there just to play fast enough to win. Like, I shouldn't be portable holding a creature. I should be swordsing it. I need to hold it back for like a second null rod. I should probably not even be trying to fourth Aralingas because their life total is so low just from Thundertrap trainers. I just should be just like playing a bunch of Thundertrap trainers. To be fair, I guess they hit our red source, which is correct, but yeah, I don't know. Once we like did the thing where we got all of our mana and kicked a Thundertrap trainer, we 100% win that game every time with enough time in our clock, so not too worried. But we got there. We go play round 2. All right, round 2 against possible mono black scam. A decent deck if you are looking for playing a powerless deck. This player actually 5-0'd with the powerless version of it, so that'd be pretty cool to play against. Unfortunately for them, I have drawn Ancestral Recall. We'll see what happens. We did play against mono black scam in a previous challenge video. I think the deck is totally fine. There's definitely the ability to rip apart a vintage hand with degree-free enemy. Yep. All right, so they are mono black scam in the 1-0 brackets. They have a Thoughtseize on turn 1 and a Voidwalker on turn 2, which are typically pretty reasonable against my deck. But I do have an Ancestral. Does deck play Wasteland? Must, right? Yeah. I don't think I'm fetching basic, though, considering I have Saga. Don't think it actually matters if I choose to Ancestral now or later, but I can find like Mental Misstep here. Didn't find Mental Misstep, but they don't really have a great Thoughtseize either. Didn't find much of anything actually. Oh, they went for Dark Ritual. They do Dark Ritual for turn, so they can go Voidwalker and Thoughtseize. Interesting that they didn't choose to go Voidwalker before Thoughtseize. It's very interesting. Wouldn't you normally want to go Voidwalker first in case you hit like another Ancestral or something? I mean, not like, you know, an Ancestral style card. I don't know what they're going to pick here. Swords, maybe, to save their Voidwalker. I do know their hand, so if they want to take a Force of Will to let Voidwalker resolve, that would make a lot of sense, yeah. So they took Swords so that their Voidwalker doesn't get Swords here. And their hand is just land, Fell the Profane Borgart Trawler. And we have a Saga in play. Seems good. We'll probably cycle our Dress down just because we'll have an opportunity to once we start making Saga tokens. Unless we draw Mox, then we can just stock up. Drew the Force after. I guess if I dress down, we'll go under the Voidwalker, and they can use the Voidwalker to kill my Saga tokens. So maybe we just don't dress down. It's kind of stupid. Whatever, man. Yeah, I mean, they have a 5-0 with the deck. They're probably planning on playing an Eternal Weekend. They're 1-0, so nothing wrong with this pairing. Get in there for 3, makes sense. I kind of still think I want to dress down. I'm not gonna like cast all these stock ups, right? Like I'm making constructs, so. Oh. Constructs kind of seem stupid. Am I wrong? Constructs are just never good. I'm gonna take PO and Opal and just go for a combo kill. Play these now in case I get Thoughtseize or something. Or like Vexing Bobbled or something. Oh, the dress down didn't get exiled. You're right. Okay, so maybe I didn't have to worry about that at all. Huh. I don't know why I just got rid of that from my list here, but hopefully they play it. So they have one unknown. They have a Bargert. They drew a Thoughtseize. All right, well, I will force your Thoughtseize. Oh, that'll give them force on my fucking Death Voidwalker. Ah! Annoying. I mean, I can just get Vexing Bubble. That's fine. I don't think Construct tokens are looking good right now. I think we're just killing them. I think they'll hold up force. Urza Saga is just not a very good card, right, to Jordan? I know you'll agree. They should probably unrestrict it. All right, so they left it up. So what we can do is just get a Vexing Bobble off of this. It will mean my PO is a lot worse, but it just turns off this Voidwalker completely. So maybe I'll make a Construct then. I'm doing that. I get a 4/4 Construct. I'm not really racing, and they have a removal spell. Seems pretty bad. Constructs are just never good. We know. We understand. This PO is still pretty good, huh? Nah, I'm gonna disagree. Saga's certainly good when I draw all lands, though. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I think they'll force the Black Lotus. This is not exactly a great spot, is it? Everything just resolves. I guess we just pass. Kind of hate how this played out. Maybe I was just supposed to stock up instead of PO. That's not how Mox works, considering Vexing Bobble and Metalcraft. Chat. Chat, please. They already have a stock up on Voidwalker. They're going to attack now? Are they going to leave up this? I mean, they should just be attacking, right? Yeah. I wonder if I'm supposed to activate Bobble then. I mean, we still have Time Walk stock up. Like, I think we're still winning. There's like some opportunity here for my opponent to draw well, but I don't think you can attack here if you've been not attacking. Like, if it depends on what they drew, I guess. I think this deck's totally fine. We played it on stream before. Like, vintage decks are very fragile, and this deck has the tools to take apart the vintage decks. Like, I'm kind of struggling here. I assume they just play Bargart Trawler then. Hit my yard. Get another power in play. They draw Grief. Drawing Grief is sick here. Fuck, man. Why are my opponents so good? Them taking swords on this first Thoughtseize has been really annoying for me. Gotta force it. In what world do you have to force it here? What are you talking about? I think I'm gonna crack and see what I draw, but like, in what world is this gotta force it? If anything, you have to give me a really good reason to force it. These draws have been so bad. All right, whatever. I think I'm gonna lose this game. I've drawn really badly here. I think I was supposed to stock up, not PO last turn, and I paid the price for it. I don't think because I think you're misevaluating being left with Time Walk in this situation when I still have access to Lurrus with Lifelink. I still have access to like all of my PO stuff. Like I don't care. I don't think that like stock up is, like, yeah, I mean stock up's great here. Don't get me wrong. I just like don't think Time Walk is bad. So like 2-for-1 in myself losing another life is like whatever. Who cares? Come on, what? It's 3 POs, 2 stock ups, whatever. Gotta force it. I don't think it's unreasonable to force it. Like if you think that stock up is so good, like stock up is really really good here, and Time Walk isn't good at all, then yeah, I can see how that would. I can see why you would say that. I just don't think that's my evaluation of the spot. I think we're gonna lose this game though. I do think we've lost this game. My opponent hitting 2 Thoughtseize effects off the top was not good for me. Okay, I mean, this is certainly not helping either. Lurrus doesn't need to block any of this. Oh my god. That's not. Oh. I don't have enough mana though. Fuck, man. These draws have been so bad. I have to. I don't have to use my Lotus. What are you talking about? Look at the magic. Okay, all right. I'm turning off chat. Sorry, chat. You're gone for a little while. Oh no, 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 no. Like, well, what is my opponent gonna do here? They're gonna destroy my Lurrus, hit me down to 3, and then I try to win the game on my turn? Like, I could even force this if I want. Like, I just don't know if I want to force this or not. So if I force this, I go to 8 and they attack me to 2. It's like kind of bad. If I, because I'm not surviving, but the trainer's not blocking Void Walker. I guess it doesn't need to block Void Walker if I have Dress down. So I take this, I go to 2. So I have to block, I have to force this though. The problem is if they attack both after forcing this, it's like super bad for me. But I have enough to kick this trainer and just try to win the game. Assuming they attack with Void Walker. If they don't attack with Void Walker, they can just force it. Yeah, I think this just dies. I don't have any more fetchables, do I? I have the Meticulous Archive. Brutal. I think I'm going to lose, but this plan was fun. They're attacking. Okay. I mean, this is just like trainer into PO win the game, so. Oh, they're smart. They're smart. They're smart. They left back the Void Walker, so now I need to rip a blue card. Damn. Nice play. Nice play. Very nice. Rip the blue card. Okay, cool. I mean, my whole deck is blue cards. So that's kind of the point. Let's kick this, force this. Yeah. I can still PO after this if I want to. I mean, you have to. If you left back the Void Walker, you've got to force it, right? Yeah. Yeah, this game's over. We win. I mean, I think there were other reasonable ways to play this game, chat. I'm not like saying that. I just think that if you looked at my line and said it was bad, I think you're just misevaluating. Magic is a really awesome game because there are many different decisions that lead to many different ways of the game happening. I knew and I chose to do it. Flame of Anor. I had to draw incredibly well. Timeout. 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 You watched this game and said I had to draw incredibly well. Brother, I drew the worst fucking possible cards at every moment in this entire game. I can't think of worse cards. I have no more fetchable lands. Oh, shit. Shit. It's too funny. Oh, wait. Maybe killing this is bad right now, because then if they reanimate it, it's bad. So maybe I just wait. But, like, maybe waiting is bad, too. Maybe I should just cast 4th Aerlingus for 3. And hit for 2. Oh, I can't because I have no fetchables. Okay, we just leave up Flame then. There are like some sequences here that are kind of annoying, right? We have an archive, but it doesn't let me 4th for 3 this turn, which is what I wanted to do. I don't really feel like Seize is like the end of the world anyways, but... Thanks, Trillwinds. I appreciate your cool-headed analysis of the situation. Much appreciated. Wait, hit him with the, what is it, based first-time chatter? What is that? What is the, I forget the 7Z. First time chatter. There you go. I don't know. Like, this game went off the rails, right? Because we really just didn't have a lot of options. But I do think that, like, there were choices that I made that made this game harder for me. Like, I think the biggest misplay in this entire game was casting PO when I could have cast Dress Down. I think that was extremely bad. So if I put in Drew Reanimate here, it's pretty bad if I do this, but I think it's okay. Wait, what? Huh? What the fuck? It didn't... Well, now I can lose this game if my opponent has Reanimate, take my 4th Aerlingus. What the fuck? How did it just do 1? Didn't I... I don't know how... I don't know what happened there. I just choked. There was another fetch land on the top of my library. I must have just misclicked. It's fine. Happens, I guess. How many things do I need to leave back to block here? 3. Probably fine. That was really bad, because if my opponent had a way to take away my 4th Aerlingus, I wouldn't have had very many cards. I think I still win with this PO, but... What is this? End of turn Swamp Cycle. You got it. Whatever, man. Just play blue cards. Nothing matters. Yes, this round was a fucking nightmare, huh? Okay. All right. Well, let's refocus. Let's that's Spotify. That's not what we're looking for. Let's refocus here and play some Magic the Gathering. Okay. What did we bring in against mono black stuff? Opponent's gonna be on 4 Null Rods and a Mind Break Trap. I think we had to like draw the way we did for the game to be remotely close. And we did. And so the game was close. I don't think you're supposed to bring in Lantern in this matchup. Seems really bad. Like a little worried about... I want all my removal spells. I guess we want Portable Hole considering there's 3 targets. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I want to take out Force, though, so it's going to make it a little bit awkward. Doesn't feel like a Flusterstorm matchup on the draw. On the play, I could see it being a Flusterstorm matchup, though. I think I do want Vexing Bobble. Seems really good. I kind of like this idea. I don't really want to cut a PO, to be honest. Don't really want to cut a PO. Maybe I do just take out the Bobble then. I'm on the draw. It's probably fine. All right, let's see what happens here. We got to assume that our opening hand is going to be ripped apart and then null rotted. That's what we're looking for from the opponent. Or not, well, that's what the opponent is looking to do in this matchup. They're looking to go, you know, turn 1 Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize your Forest, play a null rod kind of deal. So we'll see what we can do about that. This hand is great. This hand is great. Mental Misstep is so good against my opponent's deck. I think Dothy Voidwalker is a very good card in the current set of Vintage. If Dothy Voidwalker was like actually castable, I think it'd be played a lot in the blue-black Lurrus mirror. But it's like really hard to cast, so. Like the card does great things against what's happening in the format, especially with Lurrus. Swamp Go on 7 does not sound correct to me, but I assume they're going to end of turn troll cycle. Let's see. What is their 7-card hand? Let's see if I can agree or disagree with this keep. It's going to troll cycle? Oh. That's scary. That must be opposition agent, right? Oh, Bowmaster. It's Bowmaster. Okay, I'll just mental misstep this thing. I think it's Bowmaster. Yeah, it was Bowmaster. Could be opposition agent, to be fair, but I had a feeling it was probably Bowmaster. Grief, Bowmaster, Trawler. If I assume they take my swords and my, or they could take both my, they probably take swords flame and leave me with stock up. I think in that case, what I want to do on this turn is just play my tapped sink. Try to build out my mana. Because I think they're just going to take, either they're going to take both my stock ups or they're going to take both my removal spells. Oh, or they're going to rip and play a chains. Oh, stock up doesn't care about chains, so whatever, who cares? I think chains is not a very good Magic card. Just reading the card explains the cards. All right, so this is Grief pitching Trawler. I think I just have to let this first one go. And then if they go for a second one, then I'll force it to protect my second stock up. It's been a pretty fun stream so far. It's only been an hour and 40 minutes. We've already had crash outs from the streamer. We've already had going down to 20 seconds on the clock. We've had turning off chat. We've had unpowered decks. You can't make it up. Sometimes it all comes in big wave. Yeah, taking swords makes sense. They drew Wasteland? That's really bad for me. It's so bad for me. Ooh, it's really bad for me. All right, maybe I'll draw Moxen and cast stock up right away and win the game. We'll get a Meticulous Archive here. Meticulous Archive's so broken. Come on, Meticulous Archive! Hook me up with a Sapphire. I'll take a fetch land. So they have a Grief and a Bowmaster. If they play a Bowmaster, I think I'm just going to force it. Am I going to force it? Do I care? I feel like just like making them not have a clock is totally fine. Yeah, I'm just going to force this. I don't know when I'm casting these stock ups is the problem. All right, what do they draw? Voidwalker would be quite a good draw here. Tap land, sure. They're one away from hardcast Grief now. I don't expect to ever trigger change in this game. Saga Gaming, that's unbelievably good here. This has got to be one of the best times to draw Saga. Makes a land drop, plays a stock up, and then wins the game by itself. All right, here we go. Yes. turn 4 Saga. Not bad. Do I care about red? No, I think I want double white for Lurrus. But I'm casting stock up. Portable hole. Oh, maybe we are. Maybe we are removing chains and I think I'm just gonna take snap swords and just play control. Jordan has never rooted for me once in his life, so I'm taking this and running with it. The rest of chat, pretty decent. They root for me a decent amount of the time. To Jordan, strong hate watch. I think I need more hate watchers. I probably have some, but they're not as vocal in chat. You just like the things I don't, which is fair and fine. Ooh, Torok. I mean, I love opponent's deck. I think opponent's deck is sweet. Pro white, I can't source that shit. Oh man. Dress down would remove protection, yeah. So I can swords it. If they play grief, I'll dress down in swords, probably. Ooh, Dark Ritual play grief. I'll dress it down in swords. Love that shit for me. That's what I want to do here, right? Dress down the grief trigger, swords the Turok. Yeah, it seems so good. Oh, wait. I get changed. What happens when I get changed? If a player would draw a card, except for the first one they draw, and each of these they discard instead, and then I draw a card. So I can discard. Oh, it's kind of bad. I lose what? Snap or stock up? It's not very good for me. But I guess I would lose that if I let the grief happen anyways. I guess I can just lose stock up. Like, do I need stock up from here? I don't really think I need to stock up from here. Like, I just turn that thing off, swords this thing, and then I can, yeah, I'll just get rid of stock up. It's fine. Yeah. It would be like that, doesn't it? Do I want to construct? I guess so. Let's get a soul ring here, and then I can cast stock up, I guess. Actually, I could get a pearl, and I could go snap swords the grief, and then they have nothing. I don't really want a pearl though. Just cast stock up. I'll take the hit. Who cares? This can find me like. Yeah, those magic cards. I kind of like just taking Sapphire Time Walk. Then I can snap a stock up or something if I want. I have Lurrus still, don't I? Yeah. Maybe I just snap a Time Walk. Everything is so good, chat. Everything is so good. My Lurrus. How much mana do I have? 3, 7, 9. Let's just snap a fucking. Sure. Let's snap What can I even buy back with Lurrus? Oh, Dress Down. Oh, Dress Down's not very good with Construct in play. I don't want to PO into chains. Let's just go snap stock up and see what we get. I mean, sure. I don't know. Who cares, man? Doesn't matter. I'll find a red source eventually. All my things win because all my cards are strong. Vexing Bauble. You got it. Here's my red land. This is like gonna be a pretty big fourth. Oh! Boop. Attack. I didn't do the math. Is it lethal? Block here, 16, 18. Yeah, it's lethal. I didn't bother. I mean, it is Jeskai Wizards. I kind of built it off of that idea. It's just I have access to good cards like Moxus and POs, you know? Honestly, that game, the set was like, game one was pretty close. And while I do think that the only reason it was super close is because I drew like 13 lands or something, there was an absolutely real chance I lost the game. Like the time walk turns, I have 2 turns, I have Lurrus, I have Dress Down. So like the Soul Ring was one of my better draws from that spot, but there are a lot of draws that do the similar thing in that spot, like almost all the Moxen draws. Like there's a lot of really strong draws from that spot. And Time Walk allows you to have like multiple looks with stock ups and everything like that. So I think we were like, it was kind of crazy that we were in that spot, but it was absolutely a losable spot. So it was a wild one. Is this black deck good or not? I mean, it's not good, but it's playable. If you want to play a unpowered deck, it's certainly a reasonable choice. I think it went like 5-6-2 or 5-3 or some number like that at last year's Eternal Weekend in Europe. So like it's certainly one of the more reasonable unpowered choices. Like look at the cards they're playing. They're playing Grief Reanimate, which is strong. They're playing Wasteland, which is broken. Bowmaster, pretty reasonable. I think I wouldn't play Chains. I don't think Change is a playable card. But like Null Rod, Wasteland, Vexing Bauble, Grief Reanimate, like that's a powerful package. The biggest problem that this mono black deck has is it can't close the game very fast. The disruption is good, and you do, you know, kind of suffer from being play draw because you're not force deck. But it's not good. I would probably play mono white unpowered over this if I were to choose. But it's certainly a reasonable choice. All right, here we go. Round 3. Let's continue the good vibes, winning ways. Opponent likes to switch it up. Could be Raker combo, could be Jewel, could be Bizarre. Our hand is nice. I like this hand. I need to probably find a force off of this trainer, though. Exquisite taste is not the word I would have used, but to each their own. This hand is not like perfect, but it's got good stuff going on. Kona has mulligan to 5. Did he switch back to Bizarre? I really want Trainer to find Force and Bauble to find Land and then go stock up. And then I feel like we'll be in a good spot here. All right. There was no Chancellor and no Powder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Bauble my opponent for information before I choose my Thunder Trap Trainer to see if I need... It is Bizarre. Okay, so that changes things. We don't want Force now. What we want is Opal, I guess. But this is good. This is a power of Mishra's Bauble, power of information. We now know that we don't want force off of our trainer. Jet, PO. I'm definitely going to take Jet. Hopefully we don't get griefed here, but we'll see. Ooh, okay. I like that. I know I didn't want to like find force on my trainer, but finding force on my Bauble is okay. Okay. So we know about Chill, and there are 3 other cards. A Hollow One does not matter. And then we have Stock Up and Trainer. Let's Stock Up. If they have a Force, we definitely Force. I assume they have a Force. Kind of feels like a Force. Which is why I didn't force the Hollow One, because I need to make sure the Stock Up resolves. Best cards off this Stock Up are probably like Tolarian Academy Soul Guide Lantern. Tolarian Academy. Ooh, those are not great. I might go Strand, Opal, Trainer looking for a PO. And that is... runs me the risk of my trainer missing and I not have stock up, but I think that's okay. I think that'll be okay. Because I have a Lurrus Bauble coming. I think it's okay. All we want to see here is PO. Trainer, Snap, Land, Soul Ring. All right. I mean, the good news here is I have a block, and I can go Lurrus, buy back Bauble, or buy back Trainer, really. So that's fine. But it depends on how fast my opponent goes through this. I was really hoping for like a PO here, and it could have been a stock up that we put on the bottom, because we did fetch after. But we should have enough time, but this could go really badly. I just like don't think stock up there was right. I think building out the 2 mana sources and having that trainer, like, when we know one of our opponent's cards is Chill, we don't know the other 2. I guess they theoretically could be on combo. Yeah. No. Oh, no. They're not going to be on combo because we saw Chill. So we should be not afraid of that. They did hit 2 more Chills. And they hit an Icarid. And they hit an Amalgam. So pretty good. So they have 1 Chill left in their deck. And they're on double Icarid and Amalgam is coming in. No, it doesn't have any Chills in it. Oh, they hit another Narc Amiibo as well. Okay, so I'm going to block the Hollow One. And then, I mean, we do need to find stuff. Like, I think we might lose this game. I kind of was banking on the trainer hitting, and the trainer missed. We do still have Lurrus to buy another turn here, but we could die. Could absolutely die. I think the Lurrus from this spot should be enough, but I'm not 100% sure. They've used a lot of their Chills already. Ah, here's the PO. I mean, we have a lot of hits like that, so. All right, so now my opponent just dies, hopefully. Yeah, the game's over. All right, cool. You put it in your deck to draw it, yeah? I think I'm just going to do... Am I going to Trainer? Yeah, I'm going to Trainer. Can't hit Snap, but I can hit another PO. Yeah, that was not very good. All right, Lotus. Could get stuck here. I'm not seeing Time Walk or Snap. But I do have Lurrus. I do have 4th. I would need a 4th for 14. Because I would need 13 plus 1. It's a lot. Let's start by just taking 2. Okay, nothing off that. I think I'm going to cast Stock Up. Time Walk is like really good here. Snap is really good here. Okay, PO Time Walk, sure. Let's do a PO to start, and then we can do a half of a 4th plus Time Walk. You haven't seen Academy yet. All right, they're off it. All right, got a game 1 win against Dredge without hitting the main deck Lantern, just as we drew it up, really. And then we get even better post board. I've been really happy with the Dredge matchup after changes. Obviously, that was always part of the plan, is like having that combo aspect, but against this particular version of Dredge, I don't tend to bring in as many swords, but I might bring in a swords. I usually take out an island. I usually take out a chain. I usually take out dress down. I usually take out... No, we're definitely not favored in game 1. We're not a good enough combo deck to be favored in game 1. Like, our combo deck potential is not high enough. It can happen, and it does happen, but it doesn't happen at a clip that is what we need. The other card I take out here, sometimes it's like a Opal or a Bauble or something, just because they're a Vigor deck. Oh yeah, Misstep is pretty good, bad too. Yeah, these cards are all quite bad. Chain, we have Chalice technically covered with Flame. It's not a great cover, but Chain is just so weak here. Dress Down can buy you a turn sometimes against Icarids, but I typically don't find it to be useful. Mental Misstep only is countering Noxious, and they don't have Cabal Therapy. If they had Cabal Therapy, I like keeping Mental Misstep in. If they have Cabal Therapy, I usually like to bring in more swords as well. I think this is totally fine. And I want to have access to some swords, but I don't want like a ton of swords. This looks good, though. I think the board plan against like the combo Dredge deck is much different. And like the hybrid combo Dredge deck is even more different. This hand sucks. This is like a kind of like the kind of hands you like sometimes keep in game 1 because they're like generically strong. Not this hand exactly, but like a hand like this, and then you just die. This hand is a lot better. This hand's pretty good against Grief. Pretty good against Hollow One. Not bad. Might not be enough, because if my opponent just like keeps a good enough on the play 7, like you can just power through this, but Saga is good here too. It's like a little rough because of Force of Vigor, but keep this, bottom of stock up, and hit F6. Opponent's currently on a 5, and they powdered at 6. Their powder lost them 1 Vigor, 1 Will, 2 Narcomoebas. Those are interesting cards to lose. All right, 5 up to 6, down to 3. See what they got in terms of Dredgers and Icarids. 3 Dredgers, 3 cards in hand. Grief, that'll probably take Lantern. And then they have 1 leftover card in hand. So the Saga's pretty protected. I think we're in a great spot. Yeah, I'm going to play Saga out to have it get another Lantern faster. And I'm going to play Tormod's Crypt out to prevent myself from dying on this turn. Not going to activate now, though. I'm going to let them work into it. They have to power through this, and they probably will, but can they like power through it and do it fast enough that Saga doesn't trigger? Probably not. Double Narcomoeba prize amalgam. God damn it. That's quite a good one considering 2 Narcomoebas are gone. Yeah, I mean, I have to hit it. That's crazy. That's all their Narcomoebas. So, but they got it off of 1 Dredge, and now they have a Dredger in their hand. So pretty good for them. And they're gonna go to 1 card again and deposit at least a Dredger. Chill and double Dredger, not bad. That's a good draw as well. We are 1 turn away from another Soul Guide Lantern, so I think we're in an okay spot. Let's hope we don't get misstepped. Nothing off that, so all right. Let's see how bad this is for us. They don't have any more Narcomoebas to hit, so I don't think it can be bad for us because there's no Icarid. I think if there were Narcomoebas to hit, this could go really badly. But because there are no Narcomoebas, I think it doesn't matter, and then we should get a Lantern and we'll be fine. Our Lantern can just hit this Icarid on the first trigger, and then they still have to fight through the second one. I think it was a pretty unlucky... it was like an unlucky Narcomoeba serum powder, but then a lucky Dredge, and then probably from this point, they just don't have enough options. They have 1 card in hand. So theoretically, if we were to get Black Lotus here, we could buy, play Lurrus, play Crypt, and hit their yard. And I can't get trapped. Can't get anything, I think. Yeah, I think Lurrus is just safe. Unless they have Noxious Revival. Last card, Noxious Revival. Revivaling my Crypt can lose me the game. So I think I'm going to go Soul Guide Lantern instead. And I'm going to hit their Icarid with a Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, I think there's a place where that can lose me the game. So I'm not going to make that play. Looks like they're off it. Yeah, I think playing around a possible Noxious is correct, right? And then I would probably choose Snap Ancestral on this turn, or stock up. Both of those are probably good. Probably maybe just stock up is better. Well, because I can't hit Tormod's Crypts. No, they're probably both good. Yeah, I mean one of them. I don't think it's by Lurrus, because I want to make sure I can play Lurrus and play Crypt on the next one. So, I mean, this is the power of putting the actual anti-graveyard cards in your board, I think. It's a really good example of me misevaluating, right? And those happen. I had played a bunch of matches against Dredge where I just felt like having, like, even without the script, just having like the 2 lanterns or 3 lanterns in your board just wasn't doing anything. And what I think happened is that I must just hit like a bad side of variance. And from that bad side of variance, I drew the wrong conclusions on what they was doing. And ever since I tried again, I've been very impressed with not only the main lantern, but the sideboard extra hate as well. And I think I'm actually at a point where I feel good about the Dredge matchup. I don't think we're favored. I don't think we're favored, but I do like where the Dredge matchup is at now, and I'm not as scared about the Dredge matchup. Yeah, so like I really just like main deck Lantern because I think it's quite a bit worse than Bobble against every other deck in the format. Even like the matchups where it's like okay, where it's like not against Breach obviously, but against like Lurrus Frog. But now that Breach has kind of grown in popularity, the value of main deck Lantern is very high. I think Lantern is extremely good against Breach. It really limits the things they can do. And so being able to have the Lantern that hits the Breach deck and the Dredge deck and is okay-ish in game 1 against Lurrus Frog, I think changed the evaluation from Bobble to Lantern, and then that gives you a huge percentage gain in the main game 1 against Dredge. And this might be overkill in the sideboard, but I think I was really upset with the third Pyroblast. I felt like it was hard to use the third Pyroblast with the current mana situation without like going up to third Volcanic. And I don't want to go to third Volcanic. I really dislike third Volcanic. So it made sense to like cut Pyroblast and look for other options. Okay. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to round 4. We're up against Death from Above, who's been playing a variety of Breach decks. Some Lurrus PO Breach, some Gift Strain Breach, so it'll be good testing. I'm excited. I get to just test out Soul Guide Lanterns, see how many we want to play in the matchup. I'm not actually sure how many we want to play in the matchup. It might be 2. 2 might be the answer. This hand would be quite good if it had a blue land, but it does not. So I'm just going to go... Yeah, I guess we're not going to get to play the game. My bad. No blue lands in our 7 and our 6. All right, well, that's a good 5. That's a very, very good 5. I think Sean has negations, right? Sean has trap and a negation. Okay, I'm gonna go to the turn. Go ancestral, target myself. Yeah, that's a bad sign for our future chances, chat. If we got at least a force out of their hand, it would have been okay. Having to mulligan 7 and 6 in the matchup where you don't want to mulligan at all is not ideal. Let's take a peek, figure out what they're working with here. So they did have negation. We did play around negation. Chain, C, will. They have to make constructs because they have a mox. Gifts. Yeah, we're super dead. We are extremely dead. Not much we can do about it. Classic mana drain decks leads with Saga Pearl. The They're thinking about negating this pitching chain, I think, which is maybe not unreasonable, but Sapphire. Trainer. Flusterstorm is a great draw here. I will probably chain my own trainer. For value. Unsummon. I don't actually have Pyro in my deck. In the main. P.O. Lorien revealed. Yeah, I mean, it's just the direction we're heading. Unfortunately, we're very dead, but that's okay. Constructs is fine. I don't think they're going to make a second construct. I'd be pretty surprised. But maybe they choose to play the game out that way. I think that gives me a lot of time, though. I think they just get Black Lotus and go for Lurrus Lotus. And then eventually they'll have like force backup gift stuff. Yeah, makes sense. No real need to make more constructs. They don't really do anything in this matchup. Someone wins with combo usually. One construct is nice though. Puts a little pressure down. Maybe my opponent's looking to see if they can win the game with gifts and force through a Flusterstorm. Could be possible depending on what they drew. I think they don't need to do that, though. I think they should just buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, because they know my 2 cards in hand, replay Lotus, pass the turn with multiple counter magic and mana up, and then look for the next turn where they have Lotus, replay Lotus to go for a gifts and win. If I were to draw, I don't know, Mana Crypt or something, do I have enough to go? Probably still doesn't beat their counter magic, so probably not. They are just going to cast gifts right now. It might just win through my Flusterstorm, to be fair. Right now, Fluster is paid 2, which is not remotely close. Plus the ability to force. I mean, yeah, sure. Let's see what happens. They might just be able to win this. I don't know exactly what you're doing this way, because I'll just put I'm forced to put Breach in the yard. So maybe they're just like going for super value, but I feel like you could do this and just do this on the next turn after you buy and play Lurrus with Lotus. I don't think you're like in danger with all these. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's done the deterministic math to say that I'm not beating this with a Flusterstorm. But I don't know. I also don't know the 4th card in my opponent's hand, which is a pretty big deal. We'll see. So he must have drawn Breach for turn if this is the pile that's being made. That's super unfortunate. That's really lucky. Okay. That makes sense on why the gifts is on the stack. This is non-determined. No, it's deterministic, isn't it? If I give him Fluster, Rain Freeze, then it's Crack, Breach, replay Lotus. Sure. I will put 2 cards into the graveyard. I'm going to put the 2 mana sources into the yard and let them have Freeze Fluster. I think I'm dead no matter what, but I think that's mostly just a really good draw for turn. I don't think I have enough because of Lotus, Fluster of their own. I'm not sure there's any combination there that doesn't result in me losing the game. I'm not going to make my opponent do this. That was just mulligan into Mental Misstep on my Ancestral, right? Not too much to worry about there. I think the magic number is 2 Lantern. We'll see. I definitely want Pyro and Negation, and I don't want Island, Sink, Chain, Swords. Dress Down I don't actually mind as much, because it's a blue cantrip. That makes my Lurrus actually very threatening. Yeah, I think this is where I'd like to be. I could theoretically change the Dress Down for a Lantern. I might do that. 3 Lanterns. I really think Lantern is good in this matchup. I know that the creator of the deck doesn't agree, but I think he's just looking from like, oh, it should 100% stop me. But that's not what I'm looking at for. I'm looking at for gaining time and making my opponent's engines turned off. This is quite the mess of a hand. Lantern and Bauble do prohibit my opponent, but not to the degree that I probably need here, considering how bad my mana situation is. Bauble was actually one of the most effective cards against Breach. So we'll see what opponents got for us. Land go. We just want to hit lands of our own here. Force is quite bad. This can't hit a land, so it's quite bad. Misstep Lantern. Guess I'll just take Misstep. I don't really want a Lantern here. Needed to hit a land there so I could hold up Fluster. But if they're like gonna stop and like hold up Mana Drain, it doesn't matter. They don't even have a follow-up land at all. Love that. Yeah, Vexing Bobble's crazy. Tundra, perfect. So am I allowed to buy Lurrus from this spot? If they missed a land drop last turn, I mean, there's like, they don't have any threatening plays on the following turn anyways, right? So I can just buy Lurrus from this spot. And if I hit a land on the next turn, then I'm in golden spot. I guess they could have Lorien revealed there. They don't even have anything. I don't know. Vexing Bobble things. Soul Ring. Okay, so let me look at that counter suite for a second. Nothing kills Lurrus here except for like a bolt that got brought in for some random reason. I guess they could untap and hit me with a braid. Yeah, I mean, let's just play Lurrus then. Oh, did I mess up? No, I didn't mess up. So I can probably draw with Lantern here. Definitely don't want to drop this Bauble. I'm not really at risk of losing if I... Yeah, I'm going to draw with this Lantern. Doesn't mean I can replay anything, though, but I want to use my mana. Oh, kind of two non-games. Well, they hit the land. We'll see how this changes things. So now we don't want to play anything into Mindbreak, Mana Drain. Though we have Flusterstorm, so we absolutely can play things into Mana Drain if we want. What do I want to do? What are the cards in this deck? There's just like no cards that don't cost like a bajillion mana, right? All right, I think I just play the Lantern from my yard and pass an attack. They play 4 drains. There's just like no reason to put anything on the stack. Hit another land drop. It's not like they can't even stock up here because I Flusterstorm it, then I untap and I PO and win. They buy Lurrus. No, stock up, sure. So I Flusterstorm this. Do I draw with the Lantern? Or do I want to be able to PO the Lantern? Maybe I'm not even actually POing this turn. I'm just like casting stock up for more flusters and stuff. In that case, I think I want to draw with the Lantern. Just look for like time walks or fluster. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. Cool. All right. Not a super interesting game, but that is what Vexing Bobble does. Get to play game 3. Spirit of the format. Yeah, let's do it. All right, game 3. Ugh, how does this? Where are my blue manas? I'm gonna keep this hand. Unlucky. I like keeping these hands. I'll keep them every time. My opponent doesn't play Ancient Grudge. There we go. So they do have Mana Drain up. There's really no reason to play into Mana Drain here. So I'll probably just pass. Now they know what we got. Them hitting land drops is bad for me, though, because I kind of need to hit land drops. I think what I'm going to do is Meticulous Archive. That is not exactly what I was trying to play to, but I probably keep it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Time Walk, I think. Ugh, it's so bad I can't cast Time Walk here. It's fine, though. If they slam gifts, it's not, like, great for me, but I don't think it's the end of the world either. And they're, like, super worried about me having Ancestral. Oh, they're out of lands? Yeah, I mean, this game is... I don't know, Mana Drain is just a super hindrance, man. You have to sit there doing nothing. I don't know, man. I'm a hater. What can I say? I wish I had drawn another blue land, though. Do I get rid of Pyro? Let me just get rid of Stock Up. Or are they going to cast a Mana Drain now and I just get to Flusterstorm it? Maybe I just force it. I think people are just like not playing against Mana Drain correctly. I feel like you just sit there and wait and your opponent loses. Trying to figure out which one of these cards I want to get rid of. They don't know about Flusterstorm, so there's a lot of value in keeping Flusterstorm, but... it's just so good right now. Think they'll force back? I'm pretty exposed if they force back and I have to fluster, though. But I guess that's the case always. I guess this way I can maybe Ancestral. If, like, don't force back. I don't know. I mean, they know almost every card in my hand but this Flusterstorm, so, like, they're pretty incentivized to force back, and then I just get to fluster the stack. I'm not sure I win if I do that, just because I don't have the ability to play my Pyro. But... I mean, do I care about a trap? Like, I'm not playing 3 spells. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, it's just an irrelevant Magic card. I mean, I just get to sit here, and my opponent, like, I don't have to do anything, and my opponent has to do everything, and I'm just, like, gaining an extreme advantage. Like, I don't know, this mana drain gift stuff, I don't know, man. Like, maybe, like, it's probably correct for my opponent to wait even longer, but... I mean, they can win here. If they have, like, Lurrus Breach, they win, because I don't have another counterspell. So this is the opportunity. I mean, I'm going to make a construct, one construct, and then I'm going to float and get a Lurrus. Maybe I make two. I might even be able to make two constructs. Stock up? Stock up is good here. Nice. Stock up is good here. Like I'm saying, that this is their turn. So if they can put together a breach combo, they'll win. They know my whole hand. I think if they don't win from here, they're probably dead. But this game was about, you know, drawing lands, and I didn't really draw the exact lands I was looking for, but I drew okay lands. See if they got it. Sapphire. Like PO would be pretty sick here. All right, we might lose. Stock up, found ancestral. I mean, this entire deck only works because of stock up. I think this deck, if you take stock up out of this deck, it just doesn't work. Looks like we're gonna lose though, so is what it is. I don't think I can choose not to fight over the place I fought over. Like, I think the decisions I made in this game were correct. I liked the keep. It just didn't, is there deterministic gifts from this spot? Oh, they just are, yeah, they found breach. Okay. So, I mean, that might, yeah, probably wins. Yeah, I think, like I said, we didn't get to the point where we could successfully resolve Ancestral, and the only reason we didn't get to that point is because we didn't hit a second blue land. I think in this game, if we hit a second blue land instead of Saga, we probably won this game very easily, which is typical Saga case. But it is what it is. They might just, if they don't have like a deterministic here, they might just go for like multiple Ancestrals, and that probably is enough, but... Yeah, of course. I mean, it was a risky keep, but I think it's within range. It was absolutely a risky keep, and I'm willing to take risky keeps like that when they are that high power. The Flusterstorm was pretty good, though, I must say. I think you need to have hands like that in your range as the PO player. And especially in this kind of matchup. I think my opponent is trying to determine if there's like a deterministic gifts line or something. They've used their land drop, right? Yeah. So they might just like cast a couple Ancestrals. They can guarantee cast 2 Ancestrals here. I'm not convinced that we win if our opponent passes after 2 Ancestrals, but they probably will be tapped out unless they just like hit Lotus, obviously. And so we'll get a Lotus off of our thing, and we have the ability to go Lurrus plus time. We really want to draw a fetch land, really. Because if we have a fetch land, then we have Pyroblast backup for all of our stuff. How many traps are there? It's one main and that's it. One main trap. All right, just Ancestral Recall. And then they can crack this Lotus and do another Ancestral. And that'll put them to 9 cards. And just Ancestral in the yard. I could just get a Vexing Bauble in that scenario. And then... It's not very good, though, because I don't have the mana. I mean, a Time Walk would be pretty good from them. Probably wins on the spot. There's a lot of cards that win on the spot. And that's kind of what I said after the stock up resolve. They just have a lot of ways here that they can win on the spot, but we'll see. Right now, I'm leaning towards like first spell time walk, and then after that, see what we can put together. It might be. It might be. Kind of depends on what they hold up. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 11. It's gonna be one short, I think. Because you're making a 3-3, that becomes a 4-4, that becomes a 5-5. You're attacking for 5 down to 11, and then you're attacking on your time walk turn. So they're going to hold open a Lotus Petal. But it's absolutely possible that we do have a lethal time walk with Vexing Bauble here. I don't think are there any 1 mana? I mean, they could have Lightning Bolt, Chain of Vapor. They could have Chain of Vapor. I probably should do this after the freaking breach goes away. That was mine. All right, we need to see what we draw, and then we need to make choices based on that. I mean, the only reason I can think that they wouldn't Ancestral again is that they have a spell that they want to cast off of this Lotus Petal. Whether that means Pyro, or Fluster, or Chain, or something. Like, it has to mean a 1 mana something. We drew Soul Guide Lantern, which is not a horrible draw here. So the problem is if it's Pyro or Fluster, which it probably is, we can't resolve a Time Walk even with a Vexing Bauble, right? That might still be what we should do, though. Oh, but we can't play the Lantern either because we will be tapped out. If I could play the Lantern as well and when I get my Time Walk countered, then I would probably do it. I mean, the problem with getting red is if it's Fluster. I mean, the problem with getting anything else, it means that like forces are all turned on, chat, and like there's a really high chance they have forces, like a super high chance they have forces. I think we need to set ourselves up with Lotus and starting on Time Walk, and I don't know if we have the ability to make a construct here. Lotus. I mean, he lets me stock up theoretically if I don't make a construct. This is a tough spot. I'm going to float a mana, and I'm going to go Lotus. That's my gut instinct here. I could be wrong for sure. And I'm going to start by casting Time Walk. And see what happens. I mean, this is bad for me, isn't it? It's kind of bad for me. I don't think this is right. Maybe this is bad for me. Because, like, if it's Pyro Force, I'm just like... I guess I still have a Lantern follow-up. I'm not convinced that it is not me. But I couldn't make a... I guess I could not Time Walk, and I could have just gone for Lantern Bauble. Yeah, maybe that would have worked out, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been better. It's tough. It's a really hard spot. I think there's a lot of really reasonable lines here. Yeah, it was Reb. That makes... I mean, it makes sense. So, I mean, now what am I doing? Like, I'm not casting Ancestral, so, like, why would I do this? Because now I have to go... maybe I had to go Lurrus first. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I have to play Lurrus here. I mean, if I still have a soul guide back. I mean, a soul guide backup is not enough, unfortunately. Yeah, so they had force plus. Okay. I mean, if I get force plus fluster. So they had fluster, pyro. Yeah. I mean, are we dying this turn? If I'm lanterning the breach, like, are we dying this turn? We still have all of this. Maybe I just had to go bobble. I don't know. I think I played it badly though. We can go back and look at it. Like maybe I just have to not play time walk, and what I have to do is get bobble lantern and hold open ancestral. Is that really good though? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like if they have a gifts, don't they win? Like I think a gift should win from here. I really wish I could counter this. I think I'm just too far behind on mana. I don't think we're losing this saga. I don't think that matters much. Like the problem, yeah. Maybe we just are in such a spot that we have to. I just like don't think it's actually that bad for them to like try to kill you through lantern bobble there. Just like, doesn't feel like it's enough. Yeah, but then I just have no mana, right? If I go bobble, like I just. Well, drain doesn't do anything if I just have a land, right? I'm not really worried about getting drained. Blue, red. I mean, I guess I'm dead, right? If they're casting this. Sure. We just have gifts, I guess. I mean, we just got caught up on mana. We needed a second blue source. I think if a second blue source, we just very easily win. But we didn't get there. Okay, this is deterministic, I assume. Wait, it's not. Unless they need something else, don't they? Because if I put... no, they don't. They just need to put enough mana into their combo. It just needs to be Brain Freeze and 3 mana, probably. Yeah. I still don't think I like the other idea we had. I think they both just lose. It's kind of sad because I think we were favored for most of it. We just didn't hit the right lands. But maybe I shouldn't have kept the saga. I think keeping the saga was fine. Certainly better than missing. But like playing the time walk can't be right because like we have to assume they have Reb. I think I just threw it away. I think I had this game. This means they have a mana in their hand. They've already played land. If I just give them time walk freeze, they have to have another Mox in their hand. I mean, they must have it, right? I mean, I don't have a choice, right? I just have to hope they don't have it and they messed up. Everything else is just super deterministic. Yeah, I just have to hope they don't have it. Jet Lotus to the yard and hope they don't have it. I think everything else is like super deterministic. Oh, they have the gifts is the 4th card. So they have it no matter what. Okay, it's all locked. Didn't matter. I was forgetting about the gifts. They used ancestral. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Okay, yeah, like I said, I don't actually think the choices I had there, I actually had a winning choice. I don't think that wins is the problem, but it might be just better. Wait a second. Wait a second. Can't we win this? If my opponent mills me out and they mill themselves out by accident, then I can ancestral them. Hold on. I'm gonna let this all happen, and I guess they just won't mill themselves out. They could make. They don't have ancestral though. Their ancestral is exiled, so they might forget. But I don't. Doesn't look like they're going to. We'll make them try it. I think he's got it though. He's pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Clean player. No, they just ancestral you usually, but they don't have ancestral, so they're just gonna get rid of all my cards, and that's good enough. Doesn't look like he's going. I think this player is like quite good. It's my opinion. They also know I have ancestral in my hand from the whole game, so. All right, we'll go back and look at it, but I really don't think that the other line is good either. I really don't think it is. I don't think it works. I mean, the question is like, did I mess up on the saga, keeping the saga on top, right? I like how I played every point up into this. It's like, do I keep this saga? Yeah, GG's. I think I do. But it means I can't. I kind of just need to draw blue mana, don't I? But it's good. It forces my opponent to do things. I feel like it's good. My gut instinct is I'm supposed to keep it. I would have drawn Fluster turn. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is fine. And then I think this Force is fine. And I think this Fluster is fine. And then the stock up is like, I just need the stock up not to win, but stock up just wins so many times from here. Yeah, the stock up really killed me. I mean, they did have like Academy, multiple Moxen. And then what are you passing the turn with here, Death? You have you can only cast one ancestral, so you're passing the turn with Force, Fluster, Pyro, +3. Force, Fluster, Pyro, +3. Drain, stock up, land. So the question really is, does getting Bauble, playing Construct, Lantern win from here is the question. So if I get Bauble, Constructs, Lantern, I mean, I really wish I had Pyroblast. Jesus Christ. Maybe make this Meticulous Archive was... I mean, I think I had to go Meticulous Archive. But if this Meticulous Archive was a volcanic island, I feel like I'd be in a much better spot. So I go 4/4, 5/5, 6/6 down to 10. They have a blocker, so it's never a lethal attack. They're untapping with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I kind of trust him to be able to win through Bauble Lantern from there. And it's not like Bauble Lantern is lethal because they do still have constructs. And this construct will be smaller though. It might be better. I can really see it. Like if we assume it has to be Pyro, which I think is actually a totally reasonable assumption, it makes sense. So maybe, yeah, this plan seems bad. I mean, this plan is good if they don't have Force. But, like, what's the fucking chance of that? Maybe if I don't go Lurrus and I just make a bunch of blue mana, then I have Ancestral stock up, and that might be enough. Yeah, but, like, that's like saying they can't win over 2 turns, which is, like, it doesn't sound right, right? Like, they're going to win over 2 turns. I don't think I like the Bauble Lantern go thing. I'm maybe considering though, like maybe if I had gone Lotus and I had not gone Lurrus, if I had then had Ancestral plus stock up, like what are the cards I'm looking for there? So if I cast Ancestral or stock up, I assume either of them get countered. I assume either of them get countered. And then one resolves, and then I could theoretically PO my way out of it. Yeah, maybe I just made like a terrible choice here. I made like the worst possible of the three choices, maybe. I really didn't want to crack Lotus for blue. It was the problem. I really, really didn't want to crack Lotus for blue. I was like really hard pressed on my... really didn't want to crack Lotus for blue. But I maybe I had to. Yeah. I think I picked the worst of the three options. I really don't think like it's terrible line, but it's like it's pretty bad into like pyro, like the known pyroblast that has to be there. So we don't know about force, but we probably should expect force. I mean, that's what I was saying. I was saying I expected my opponent to have pyro plus force or fluster plus force. If it's not pyro and it's fluster, then my line is good, right? My line is only good if it's fluster instead of pyro. Because I was definitely thinking a lot about fluster as well. I wish I could have been able, if I could like time walk and lantern and bobble and make a construct, I feel like that line is like so much more appealing. But like maybe that's really stupid because like I know time walk's not resolving, right? So it's really dumb. I think it's just like I'm just like looking at the wrong cards that matter. I'm misevaluating the cards that matter here. This game was super frustrating. I just really needed to have extra blue every turn. Really needed just one more blue mana at every point. If I had one more blue mana at every point, I feel like it's so fine. So I think the biggest... this I don't like. I would have changed the way I played this turn. Would I change this Meticulous Archive fetch? I mean, I could have gone End of Combat, cast Ancestral. It just feels so bad because if I hit any blue land, like it's so much better. It's so much better. Like, I think I liked End of Turn Mystical Archive fetch, but I'm not sure I liked Saga Keep. But like, if I had bottom Saga and I had drawn Fluster, like it's really bad. It's really, really bad. What do I don't even draw another blue land anyways. Yeah, I don't like an upkeep Ancestral. I don't know how many. I have so many blue sources in my deck, right? Like I took one island out, but I just like I'm not sure I'm supposed to keep. If I bin Saga and then never hit a blue land anyways, it's like really, really bad for me. I can't ever win. So I think I have to keep Saga. Maybe the math here does not work the way I want it to. That's definitely possible. Maybe I'm forced into an Ancestral at some point here. If I had gone for an Ancestral on this turn, then I would have been able to at least time walk on the next turn and made a construct. But then I feel like it's way overexposing myself. Yeah, kind of. Yes and no. Like, I don't think they have to go for gifts here. Especially when I'm discarding to hand size. I don't think construct is like enough of a threat to make them do it, but it's definitely a threat. I don't know. It was really cool, really interesting game. Like I said, I think we showed the different ways that this can play out, and I wish we had a couple more games that were like closer in terms of level of hand power, right? Like my beginning hand, I mulled a 5 and just couldn't win. And then in game 2, I had a turn 1 Vexing Bobble and my opponent couldn't win. And game 3, I kept an obviously powerful hand, but didn't have the blue mana to make it work. And that's on me, of course, right? Like, I'm the one keeping this hand, but I still think I want to keep this hand. I just think this game would have been really cool if I had another blue mana, because I feel like there'd be lots of interesting choices from this. And maybe that's not even true. Maybe I just run over it if I have another blue mana. But I also think that like hitting blue land in 3 spots there is definitely a very low percentage. So I don't think that's like always going to work out for me. Cool games. All right, on to round 5. We've got a possible Lurrus PO player. I have a cat. I'm on the play. Opponent also has a cat. Last deck from them was Esper Lurrus. Very cool. I just can't keep a 7 that has a blue mana source, huh? That is not good. This is pretty close though. I think they're on Esper PO Lurrus. I might just keep this. Oh wait, though I can't play these. Never mind. I thought I could play both of these, and then like I just had to draw a blue source. That's not true. All right, so I'm gonna mulligan this. Yikes. Oh wow, this hand is very good. That's all right. Mulliganed. London mulligan. I think I want to get rid of a Mox so that I can go Jet, Bauble, and if Bauble is countered, Trainer into a blue card. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's see where this goes. If this gets misstepped, I still have Bauble at least. And then this trainer's like probably looking for a PO every time or a stock up. I kind of hope they force this Bauble. It means they get rid of a force from their hand. And then we're kind of more likely to be able to do our thing. That is not PO. That is negation pitching skimmer. Fuck. That is so bad for me. that is not good. I'm gonna basic island. I cast trainer. Oh boy. No blue card. Well, I had a blue card, but it was a Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, I'm gonna get turn 1 oofed here and die. Well, there's not much I can do about this. That was really unlucky. That was a really bad trainer. Okay, they just have another force then. Oh, that's less bad. Definitely cashing in this. See what they've got. Oh, so they do have Oof on turn 2, and they also have Pierce. Okay, so if I PO on their turn... If I PO on their turn, I get a Spell Pierce out of their hand. That's not good. I don't think that's good enough. So if I instead buy Lurrus and force the Oof, is that better for me? Probably. Drawing the PO was pretty good, because that was kind of what I wanted off the trainer. So I assume they're going to jam an Oof, but then maybe they wait so they can have Spell Pierce back up. Yeah, we should have done that. That was way better. I don't know why I didn't do that. Yeah, PO. Yeah, we should definitely have done that. Why the fuck didn't I do that? Yeah, I should have PO'd with the Oof on the stack. That was bad. I don't know. I just didn't think about it. It was a bad play. I mean, there are ways they can get punished, but I don't think that matters too much. It was just a bad play. Gotta get the focus back on. I mean, we are in a winning position at the moment, but We could be in a more winning position. What they draw? Oh, come on. It's pretty good. It's not good. I think I would have used the Underground Sea and not the Tropical Island if I were them. I mean, I deserve to get punished, right? That was a really, really bad play. This is such a bad play. Because I automatically am getting a blue card for force by bringing trainer back to my hand. It was so bad. Wow. Okay. Drop PO now would be pretty good still. Stock up is good. Chain is not amazing. Chain is not amazing. I mean, I can pick up my trainer and kick it next turn, maybe. I mean, I could kick it right. No, I can't kick it right now because I don't have any blue. I just threw the game, man. It was a winnable game, and I threw it. I just missed it. Ugh. So bad, Justin. So bad. Crazy. Spy Lurrus. I think what I have to do here is bounce my trainer back so I can kick it while I still have Mox in if I draw. I draw land. I mean, I'm probably just dead. The ancestral draw was kind of icing on the cake. Okay, well, that's a good draw. They probably were supposed to spell pierce it. I mean, I'm not playing around D's or anything, so. They drew force off the ancestral. Yeah. All right, and they get to eat that if they draw another mana, which I think they already have. Yeah, wow. I guess I could have just played it for one, and if they countered, I could have played it for one off the opal. Maybe that was better. Oh, they drew Lotus. Okay. Yeah, I'm just super dead. I played this game very, very badly in a game where I probably was supposed to win, so. I just played extremely poorly at every point in this game, and I'm gonna lose because of it, so it's a pretty good punish. I think they could have maybe tapped differently. I feel like they could have tapped. Maybe they couldn't have tapped differently to get everything they wanted. I mean, I can't flame through the spell pierce, which I know is the last card in their hand. Jesus. Also can't block and replay because of the death rights. Yeah, I mean, this game was probably won on turn 2 if I had just PO'd. Because I knew I was POing back a blue card. It's very, very, very sad. What did they draw for turn? They drew a Delve spell? Every time like we went to parity, they drew Ancestral Delve. Yeah, they drew Dig Through Time for turn. Jeez. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's how this works. Both times that I knew their entire hand, they hit Ancestral and then they hit Dig, so. Yeah, I mean, I'm just dead. I'm very, very dead. Okay. Like I said, I think I should have won this game if I had just seen PO in response to oof, because we had perfect information and we just missed it. So just on me. All right, board out this. Submit. Can't believe I missed that play. Like really obvious play too. I don't think I dropped the planes, did I? For the one league I played ley lines, I dropped it, but I had it for all the other ones. See if I can recover here. But normally you're not allowed to throw away a game like that. This is double basic. It's not a very good hand, but it's acceptable. It's ancestral? Why does it feel like ancestral? I can't afford to wait. I absolutely cannot afford to wait. They have ancestral, they have ancestral. Like if I hit a mox, I can do things here. But like if I do nothing and then it's so bad if I do nothing. This is probably getting negated. I mean, it looked like an ancestral, like the tell was ancestral, but like if I do nothing and they don't have ancestral and they untap and play a 2-drop, like I just lose the game on the spot, right? I can't hold open ancestral there. I don't even have a third land. Not that a trainer helps me find a third land, but kind of want a trainer to find me a swords, but I think we're just gonna die. Oh, great. My basic is getting strip mined. Yeah. Yeah. That is the average Justin experience. Those are good cards to draw, so can't be unhappy. Those were definitely the cards we're looking to draw from this spot. All right, Wasteland Gaming. This is not bad for me. This sequence has not gone bad for me. Pretty happy with how this is all played out. The problem is I lost my basic island against the Wasteland deck. Stock up Pearl Time Walk. Well, I'm definitely unhappy because games that I could have won where I lost because I'm bad are not good. I think they just have oof, right? No. I don't think I'm allowed to cast spells into that pause. If they have a Bowmaster, I can at least dress down the Bowmaster. That's fine. Yeah, but like that mistake was like really bad. It was really like I had all the information. Like all of the information. You didn't cast Bowmaster in combat against 2 trainers attacking? Really? That's very odd. I mean, we know they're holding open Spell Pierce, so maybe it makes sense they're trying to play around stock up, right? That makes sense. If we think that they have Spell Pierce and they're trying to play around stock up, it makes sense. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to dress this down for value. We only have 2 Volcanics. And then obviously Artifact Mana. I think I am going to dress this down for value. I think I just need to hit cards and lands and stuff. Well, I mean, Spell Pierce is the only thing that explains, like, not going for a dress down block, I think. Do I feel comfortable swordsing? No. I kind of want to swords a collector oof or something. More mana. At least I'm not getting wastelanded anymore. Oof. I think I need to wait for Fluster. Even though that plays into negation. Yeah, I think I wait. That's a pretty sick draw. We know they don't have any more wastelands left, so I think we can play it out safely. Swords your oof. Now, if this resolves, then maybe we can just Flame of Anor this thing. I mean, I can just snap swords it too. I mean, I don't think they have it. Like, they would surely have pierced that if they had a pierce. Oh, wait. I have options. I don't need to go in on it. Maybe? I mean, if I get to the next turn, I have Buster for spell. Yeah. Oh, I had 2 mana. Oh, okay. Well, then you're right. They know we have Fluster. Why do they know we have Fluster? Did I reveal that? I don't know. I think we're in a good spot in this game, even after getting strip mined. So if they attack here, oh, I needed to float a mana. Ay, 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 ay. Justin. It's fine. It's fine. Is what it is. Need to hit another land. Not a good draw. I think I just pass. I think they have a Spell Pierce still. Yeah, I mean, I did not have the most normal night of sleep, but I am playing very poorly in the last few rounds. I played really well in the first few rounds, but I'm playing very poorly in the last few rounds. Blue, green, skimmer. 3 cards left in hand. Spy Lurrus and tap out, man. I mean, if they play fucking Treasure Cruise here, it's nuts, isn't it? I feel like we can still win this game. I don't really hate the spot we're in. Frog. I Things are getting dicey. Oh, right. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. Okay. Kind of need them to attack and just... They're just not going to attack because of the trainers? All right. I am going to go snap swords. I have to hit the frog. She played so rough today. So this gets pierced. Doesn't get pierced. Just please, I would still love another land drop. Another swords. It's not bad. I'll just cast stock up. I don't really want to wait anymore. No, they've just been waiting. I feel like I can't wait anymore. I don't know. Maybe I just need to keep waiting. I mean, hopefully this lets me flame. I guess flaming is not even that good. Swords and flame, maybe. Now they have perfect info. I still don't feel like we're in a bad spot. Like the two little misplays in terms of mana like really hurt. They have cruise. I mean, if they have cruise, like I just get buried and die. And it's my fault. I mean, it's my fault. I can wait. I can wait. I could have waited. I don't know why I thought I couldn't wait. I could wait. It's just not playing right. Yeah, they have dig through time plus Kim or double draw. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, this is my own fault. Like, this is a win. This is a winnable game. An absolutely winnable game. All I need to do is be patient. And I just throw it away. I throw away all of these games. The last 3 games. Like, these were all winnable games, and I threw them all away. It's, like, extremely hard to get punished more than I did in these games. Yeah, but there's no pressure to go forward. I have Fluster for their best spells, like... It was definitely wrong. It was 100% wrong. It's just a shit play. And now we're buried. I think this matchup should be so good, too. We have so much removal. I did get strip mined in this game, to be fair. I played basic, and I still lost my blue source. And I just keep drawing POs. I cut a PO. There's just, like, no good play from here. Isn't this, like, entirely because I didn't float the mana on the Pearl? Because I would have gone for Snap Swords on the Oof, and if they had Spell Pierce, then I would have been open. You know, like, this is entirely from the one not floating mana. We're just dead from here. My opponent doesn't have to do anything. Yeah. Give me out, 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 give me out. All right, I threw all of these games. They are definitely all my fault. I don't think this matchup should be very close. It should be extremely favored for you. But I threw two games that were probably one away. Really bad. All right, trying to right the ship here. Obviously, I think the deck put me in great positions to be in the top 8 of this event. But Magic is a game played by humans, and the human piloting this deck today has not done it. We do have a theoretical possible winning in here. It would obviously be a breaker scrum, but it's possible. So let's try to win and see how the breakers turn out. This is one of my best hands of the day, as long as I don't die on turn 1. So let's see how it goes. I don't know what this person's playing. I didn't look it up. I'm just trying to refocus and do the best I can here in terms of rounding out the stream. Instead, I've failed to drink water correctly. Mox. Oh, are we dead on turn 1? Key. Looks like we're dead on turn 1. Hopefully it's just a 1 ring. Okay, just a 1 ring. So we don't know if it's Raker or Jewel yet. We need to combo kill here, though. So, Force could help. All right, let's do it. Come on, Pio. I believe in you. Doesn't look like it's doing it yet. Pio Time Walk is pretty fucking good, though. Excuse my language. It's been that kind of day. Could be a win. Obviously, I can't kill through the 1 ring. What I have to do is destroy their things and bounce their things. And I haven't had to do this on stream yet, so that's cool. I will take this Time Walk. No need to get a land drop. Still need to kind of draw through my whole deck, though, to get to the spot where it's a win. There's the Tolarian. I can cast this Lorien Revealed at some point as well. Stock up. There's a 4th, an Ancestral, a Stock Up, and a Trainer. I like Stock Up here. Stock Up Ancestral. Because I can hit Snapcaster on Stock Up and Ancestral. I think I want to start with an Ancestral. More information before I choose Stock Up. This is a pretty free Lurrus Lotus. It's not really free until I'm getting another turn, though. Let's cast Stock Up. There's my Snapcaster Mage and a Merchant Scroll. Okay, I win this game. All right, this game is won. Cool. So I have to do the thing that I do in paper sometimes, where I go to the point in which my opponent can no longer win the game, but because I can't win the game myself on this turn. So I need to destroy all their things and draw all my cards and that stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do... I don't have a second blue mana. So I'll do buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, replay Lotus, snap Time Walk, and then I'll Merchant Scroll. Where did my Merchant Scroll? Chat, did I fuck up? Oh, I Merchant for PO already. That was bad. Because I want to... It's fine. I wanted to Time Walk and then PO the Snapcaster back after. But now I'll just Time Walk and try to find things on my next turn, which is fine. It's definitely not... Actually, I can make blue mana off this, can't I? Guess it doesn't change anything. I had a plan, and then I no longer had a plan, which is fine. I will get rid of land, and a Flusterstorm. Okay, so I still have one PO in my deck and a chain. I'd like to draw a couple more cards first, I think. So let's get back Lotus, and then my best card is probably still just kick a trainer. And then from trainer, we find a PO. And from here, we'll take another force. And then we will PO everything. And then we will play everything. Let's play a Lurrus. Play a Lotus. Play a land. Play a Crypt. And then, do I have Sync yet? No, I have 2 flames, though. So I can flame the key, and I can flame the ruby, maybe. And then I'll get I'll pass with full counter magic up. Let's cast this. Because I think Sync is still the one card I'm still really looking for. Let's cast this. Cast, destroy. There's my Sync. And my chain. So I will just chain this ring. And I guess I will try to use this floating mana and just destroy another Mox. And then yeah. Now we'll just pass. Land, trainer, wobble, Lorien, force. Cool. Yeah, this is how you play against the ring, chat. If anyone ever tells you that PO can't beat the ring, they're wrong. This is how you beat the ring. You draw through your whole deck, and then you bounce their and destroy their permanents, and then you pass the turn with 7 counter spells, and you win on the next turn. So this comes up a decent amount, I would say. Definitely happened a couple times at Steel City. So you got to learn how to do that because it's very important. Okay, that was good. We're gonna go to game 2. I kind of think they're on Raker, not Jewel, but it's hard to say. They had some early F6. Had some early F6. Let me just peek at search, just in case I have that information. I do not have that information. Fresh account. All right. I think it's Raker is my assumption, and I'm going to board that way. Though the boarding is not entirely, that far apart from each other. Oh, if they're Raker, then I do want some swords though. So let's think about this. Bauble, Lantern, Island out for these is mandatory for both, and then it's if they are on Raker, I want swords, and if they're on Jewel, I like Pyro a little bit. Either way, Flusterstorm can come out. Let's play. I'm gonna bet for Raker though. I'm gonna bring in some swords. It's pretty bad if it's Jewel, but we have a lot of the same spells still in for Jewel. It's not a huge deal. And I'm going to take out Lorien. I'll play it like this. Yo, what up, Tony? Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, Raiders. We are 3-2 on the bubble. If we win here, we have a chance of top 8ing. I threw away a couple matches at 3-0, so. I have a cat. I've got not like particularly good hand. Wow. Can I keep this hand? I feel like if it's Raker, I could keep this hand. I mean, I don't have a force. I probably just have to mulligan this. It's a little unfortunate, but it's not that much better, but probably a keep. I wouldn't consider 4th a mull there, no. Okay, it looks like it's Raker. That's fine. That's all fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's good. Well, my first hand would have worked out. The good news is we board it correctly. I basically have my whole first hand. Oh, double workshop. Ring, I assume. Oh, forge. Probably stronger than a ring. I'm in a bad spot this turn. Where I don't have anything up. I guess my best draw is Time Walk. Second best draw is a Consign. Third best draw is a land or something. I mean, I guess Time Walk's not that good because I don't have a follow-up. That's not exactly good this turn. Man, this Volcanic Island not being a fetch land is really hurting me. I guess I'm supposed to buy Lurrus. It does kind of give away my hand, though. It means they know they can cast anything. I'm not actually sure it's worth it. I don't know. All right, well, I might die this turn, but Saga was not a blue land or fetch, so I just have a follow-up, another ring. Okay, it's pretty good here. Definitely playing a top. This is a crawler. Crawler is fine. I do need to have mana though. I think I'm losing this game. I drew non-fetch, non-white land both times. It's really bad. It's really bad. All right, I think I'm lost, but my hand wasn't very good, so let's see what happens. I don't have quite the strong one. Yo. Cannot make a construct and snap consign, which seems bad for me. Yeah, I have to consign that. Pretty sure I have to consign that. I'm also pretty sure I'm dead, but that's okay. All right, see what happens. Double crawler. That's fine. Can I just win with fourth? I think I'm so dead. Null Rod? That's good to know about. I didn't bring in portables, did I? No, so it'd have to be Flame. Null Rod the One Ring is not exactly the combination gaming that I would have expected from this spot. Ancestral against Double Crawly is also not very good. I also still don't have a white source. Guess I'm making a construct and hoping to draw out of this. I mean, they can't really win with a Null Rod in play, so... I mean, Crawly might just draw me swords, and then maybe I win attacking. Like, it's very possible. I still don't have a white source. What is going on? Ugh. I'm really surprised they kept in Ring and Null Rod. Of course, Karn off of Ancient Tomb Freighters. Stand up Null Rod. I guess I have to block. Interesting board plan. There's my white source. It's too late though, right? Like there's nothing I can actually get off of this that matters anymore. I can't even play the stupid Moxen to make my construct bigger because there's a bauble. I take 1,000,000. All right, whatever. We'll just see what happens. I don't think I can win from this spot. Pretty sure I'm dead. I guess I have to bring in portable holes, kind of. I don't really think I have to bring in portable holes because I'm going to be on the play. Oh, hold on. Dress down is pretty bad here. It might be good if I get to a turn. Not really, though, because they have a Vexing Bobble Null Rod, right? There's nothing that's getting me out of this. Even Hercules wouldn't do it with a Karn in play. I have my chains still. That's not good enough. I don't even know if I want to bring in portable holes. Like, if they're turning off their one rings, like that's super good for me. I mean, the only way I win this game is a random like Talarian Academy 4th Aerlingus kill. So I'm gonna hold out hope that that's a possibility here. They are at 9. So block. Oh, they're phasing out my construct. Great. Can I live then? Swords, draw 3, chain. No. I think that means I'm just dead on the spot. I think if we had drawn a freaking white source earlier in this game, it would have been playable spot. Okay. Interesting sideboard plan of rings and things. I guess I will bring in the portable holes. I mean, I'm on the play. Like, I just want to combo kill my opponent. I don't think I want this negation on the draw, on the play. I don't want this probe either. I think I just want to jam this, and I guess it's fine. I mean, Swords is still so good against them. I probably fine. All right. What do we got? Sure. Hopefully they're playing for null rods. This looks like a Saga lead. Because if they're playing for combo, it's pretty bad for me. Oh, I guess now I just fuck myself if they have turn 1 null rod, right? Because I thought I had enough for Academy, but I don't have enough. Okay, I should probably have not played the Saga on turn 1. That was bad. I just thought I could, but I don't know why I thought the Academy let me do that, but the Academy doesn't let me do that, so that was really, really bad. Threw away a huge advantage. Should definitely have just played out fetch land for Meticulous Archive. Man, I am playing so poorly right now. It's pretty crazy. Damn, what is going on? Definitely don't deserve to top 8 this tournament. I threw away a free win. Crazy. I mean, maybe I'll draw a Mox and it will be fine, but holy shit. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, now I don't have that out. I guess I just lose. That's crazy. I don't know. And now I draw Force. Oh, I played really badly though. Like, there's no reason I should still have Saga tokens this game and win with them, and it'd be very, very easy. I mean, this game is not like this game is actually super easy to win if I just like play correctly, but I didn't. So I'm gonna lose because of it. I mean, it's not really rough. It's just like a really bad player. I've just played really, really badly. Okay, this is fine. I go to end step. I play my Ambush Viper. I swords that thing that doesn't matter. That's not a bad draw. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I guess a 0 drop is better to get than a 1 drop. This. Swords this. Attack. Tezzeret. It might not matter because like Null Rod kills my opponent's deck basically. So it doesn't, maybe it just doesn't matter. I mean, I would just like easily win with constructs, right? So that's the problem. Like, how can you do this? Like, what do you, I mean, are they going to get it like a 2/2 and I just swords it again? This deck is just non-functional, man. I don't What did they search for? A Stone Coil Serpent. Yeah. If I dress this thing down, it doesn't enter with counters, right? Or does it? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. Enters with counters. Just don't care. That'll be good when I draw red mana. Though I can't unlock the Null Rod because they'll win the game. Which is pretty funny. I don't have enough artifacts to buy Lurrus here. I mean, maybe I could. Maybe I could buy Lurrus here. I don't have another white source anyways. Like, who cares? All right. Now I will do it. I mean, I do think the Null Rods are going to win the game for us. Our deck plays really well through Null Rod. Can't play Dress Down. Don't have enough mana. Is this a hard cast Mind Break trap? They could do another one. No, they can't get rid of their Null Rod. They're trying to win with creatures. It's just not going to happen, though. I really don't want to force this, so I guess it goes. Gotta force it. Is that a callback or is that what you believe? I don't think Lurrus is a particularly good card from this spot. Just a fetch land is all I need to play the game. PO. Don't think that's a good play into this Chalice, unfortunately. All right, well, we're back on doing nothing, so that's always fun. I just need a fetch land to win this game. Snap my on PO? I mean, I could. This might not be even be that bad. I don't really need the 2 damage, right? Yeah, it's probably correct, actually. I'm getting... I kind of thought there might be a second Mind Break trap. Oh, they're going to phase out the... Yeah, sure. It's fine. You got me. You got me, opponent. You got me. I see you. You got me. Oh, shit. Too funny. This can't actually get a red mana, huh? Whatever. Hey, there's my fetch land. Guess I'll just take a stock up. Could hit Lorien. True. I'm never sinking the Null Rod. If that was your weight. It's starting to, the damage is piling up. What a game of Magic the Gathering we are witnessing here. Swords. Stonks. Hey, look at that. Love that for me. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's vintage. Do we leave open one blue for consign? Probably. Oh, we're cooking now, chat. We are cooking now. Opponent plays Null Rod because I killed them on turn 1 or turn 2 last game, or game 1. It's not correct for my opponent to play Null Rod, in my opinion, but classic CRK bait. Plays Null Rod, gets a 5-0, baits everyone into playing it. Flesh Raker. Just consign. Even worse. Not better. When is the last time I played Standstill? I'm not sure. Hopefully never. Did I say that? 1, 2. I don't need extra damage, right? I have a 2-turn clock, so I just attack and pass. Consign is a great Magic card. I agree. I can free them, chat. Should I free them? I have the portable hole. I can free them. I can save them. This was definitely a game of Magic the Gathering. I kind of forgot I could cast Flame of Venor too. Because I'm a scary PO deck, Sean. I'm scary. You're not allowed to have anything, opponent. Anything. Gotta force it. Gotta force it. GG's. All right, well, see if our breakers work out. Like I said, I don't feel like we deserve to top 8 this tournament. I played very poorly, unfortunately, in my rounds 4 and 5. I just like very much deserved to lose these 2 rounds, and I did. But we will be in the breaker scrum for top 8. We have a decent win rate, but not a super high one. Looks like our person who beat us lost the last round, and they are 5-1, and the other person who beat us is currently 1 game up. So, like, we should have good breakers. We might get in. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There will only be 2 4-2s, so I think we won't make it, but it is what it is. All right, like I said, I didn't think this breakers would hold out, and they did not. The 2 4-2s that made it were Frowning Table, who lost, and Shatoon, who jumped everybody after winning the last round. Actually, Shatoon did the same thing I did, where they won 1-1, lost, and then jumped here. Which is pretty crazy, all things considered. Especially when we had 2 5-1s as our losses. What did they have? They had a 4-2 and a 5-1 as the losses, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild. I guess some of our lower end players didn't do as well as some of theirs. That's unfortunate, but like I said, I don't think we really deserved to top 8 this event. This was a good event. We played really well in like the beginning of the rounds, but the round, especially the round against Bug, I think was extremely poor and something that can't really happen if you want to win a tournament. The round versus Breach, I think, was tough. It was a hard choice. I'm not really as upset about that one. I think that was a non... It was not very straightforward on what I was supposed to do here. But for these ones, they were kind of like unforgivable mistakes. And you don't really get more than a couple unforgivable mistakes in terms of winning an event of Magic. So going into Eternal Weekend, I think this deck is great. Like, I really do believe that if I played to my potential, I would have gone 5-1 or 6-0 with my deck. My deck put me in a position to win almost all of the matches of... Table didn't even play out the top 8. That's classic. I don't know if he meant to do that or not. He was around for when the top 8 happened. anyways. This is likely my 75 for Eternal Weekend, so you don't even have to pay me to find out my deck list. There's very few spots in here that I don't like. I think that the most flexible spots are the Lantern, the Dress Down. I don't even consider this chain to be a flexible slot anymore. I think this chain is just nuts. It's been great for me. The Swords, I guess, is a flexible slot, but I like the Swords over the Portable Hole in the main. I really, really like the Swords over the Portable Hole in the main. I think the impact is so much higher. The Tormod script change was good for us today. And overall, yeah, this deck is really good. Obviously, it's been doing very poorly online, so play at your own risk. I'm not exactly sure why. Do I consider the sync a flex slot? No, I think you need the sync as the 15th mana. Like, I just feel like you need as much... You need this mana. This mana situation is... I guess theoretically, if you were to cut the sync for like a 3rd volcanic, then maybe I'd be okay with it. But I like the ability of finding like Lorien sync off of Trainer. Comes up a decent amount. Hasn't come up in a little while on stream, but yeah. So for whoever watches this and going to Eternal Weekend, good luck. Have fun. If I see you there, you can come say hi to me. Just come say hi. Introduce yourself by the name that I'm most likely to know you as. If you are a Twitch chatter or a Discord person or Twitter or whatever, like, come up, say hi, say you're so-and-so from so-and-so platform, and yeah, good luck, everyone, and I will see you in Pittsburgh.